Hi there, this is Ruben from Dutch Round 1. Thanks again for coming by, thanks for watching another episode. As always, I appreciate the support and I appreciate your time. Today is going to be a short one, but a very good one. Today we're going to take a look at the difference between tijd and keer when we translate the English word time, right? But before we do that, remember to give the like if you like this content, subscribe if you want more content, and let me know in the comments if this was useful for you or not. Without much further ado, let's go straight for our lesson. Now, when are we going to use tijd? Well, first of all, the word tijd in Dutch can be translated as time, right? And you will use it as the translation, as the Dutch translation for the English word time, as you refer to time in general, like a duration. And also, this one will be an uncountable. What does an uncountable means? It means that you cannot count it. You cannot say 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, right? So these are the two rules or the two guidelines. But as always, we'll take a look at some examples and I clarify the theory for you. We hebben een leuke tijd gehad. We've had a nice time. Hij heeft vandaag geen tijd. Okay, he doesn't have time today. Jij bent altijd op tijd. You are always on time. Alright, so what do these three examples have in common? First of all, time, tijd, is referring to a duration. Right? It's referring to a kind of a period. We've had a nice time, so that lasted for a bit. Hij heeft vandaag geen tijd. Okay, he's not available for a certain amount of time. En jij bent altijd op tijd. You're always on time. Alright? So that's what they have in common. And also, you can't not really put them in the plural. You cannot say he doesn't have times today or you are always on times today. Doesn't make sense, so we will use tijd. So again, we refer to a duration and we cannot put it in the plural. Of course, it's Dutch, so we always have an exception. And you can see underneath, dit waren de goede tijden. These were the good times. Now in this case, tijd as a noun is put in the plural and is a correct translation. However, in 99.9% in the cases, the two rules which I mentioned just before can be followed and you will be correct. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at keer. Keer can be translated as time, but actually more as times, right? It refers to the number of times something has happened. As a result, you can say that when you can make the word time in English countable, you will use keer, right? So you can translate it as times and you can count it. Especially the last one is very important. Hoeveel keer ben je al verhuisd? How many times have you moved already? Okay? Times in the plural. I've moved 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Perfect. We can put it in the plural. So we'll use keer. Ik ben al 3 keer in Amsterdam geweest. I have been already 3 times in Amsterdam. 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. So we can put it in the plural. Pretty straightforward. Dat heb je nu al 2 keer gezegd. You have said that already 2 times. Again, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. We can put it in the plural. We can count it. So we will use keer. Now the last thing I want to say about keer is you will see it's written in the singular. Alright? How many times in English? However, in Dutch we say hoeveel keer. Well, most of the time the word keer you will see in singular. You will only put it in the plural if you really want to stress the amount of times something happened. Like you really want to put that accent, you really want to put that emphasis on times. You know, it's like so many times I've told you this, then maybe you can put keer in the plural. But most of the time it will be in the singular. And before we finish the lesson, I want to give you some useful vocabulary which you can use when you talk about time in Dutch. Alright, what time is it? Is not, we don't say wat tijd of wat keer is het. No, that is not correct. We say hoe laat is het? Literally, how late is it? Momenteel, quite useful. Currently, in the moment, currently, momenteel. Soms is sometimes. Op tijd zijn, quite useful to be on time. And then om 8 uur, at 8 o'clock. Please look at om, alright? Every time you're going to speak about an hour, you will use the word om. At is om regarding the hour, minutes, and so on. However, days of the week, if you want to say on Monday, om will become op. So op maandag, on Tuesday, op dinsdag, op woensdag, op donderdag, op vrijdag, op zaterdag, op zondag, and so on. Now, if you are late, we will say te laat zijn. So literally to be too late. Of te vroeg zijn, that would be to be too early. To be early is te vroeg zijn. So I'm sure these words might also be useful when you try and express yourself time-wise in Dutch. Okay, so this was the lesson for today. I said a short one, but a very useful one, because I find many of my students, they tend to mix up KEER and TIJD. I hope I made it clear for you. As always, remember to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you want more content, and let me know in the comments if this was useful for you or not. I wish you a great rest of the day, and I see you for another episode of Dutch Round 1. Ciao.